Tulsa, Oklahoma, home to the Tulsa Golden Hurricane in Skelly Field, where the fans have gathered and they are ready to see those Hurricanes gather some strength. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Tulsa will kick off and we'll get this game started. Coming out with it, it's Sparks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bobcats' return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Giving him his pads. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up second down.
And now on second down for this offense.
Let's go! Unlock!
They'll leave it with the lone back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bobcats. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Number 21.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Kick is good.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas State 7, Tulsa 0.
Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Tulsa's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. They go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Bringing it back, it's Anderson. Touchdown, Texas State. And how about the kicking game coming up with a play? A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Wide out in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Williams looking for a man. Gets it to the back. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Jackson. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. He's got great speed. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. The pull and throw off the RPO. At the 35, he's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
1st and goal, Texas State.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State.
Touchdown.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Texas State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying to get to him. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. On the move, it's Anderson. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll go right back to the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Bobcats will line it up on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. And the Bobcats have this offense rolling. On the option. Now the toss. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bobcats. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
35, Tulsa, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Williams will pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. Off he goes. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throwing right. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy passing catch.
The Bobcats moving quickly to the line. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to make magic with his feet. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Sparks. Touchdown, Texas State. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. Defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. But the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from gorgeous Tulsa, Oklahoma. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. A 3rd and long coming up here. Williams looking for a man. Throws to the tight end. He makes a catch. And he's running in the open. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. Going up top on first down. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on second and goal. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball. And
just causing wreckage in the secondary. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. On the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Trying to convert this second and short. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw. It's McLeod. Gets it out fast. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Bobcats have it with a first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. On second and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas State. And the punishment has been extended. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here today.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Williams will pass. Firing to the right, complete. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Sparks. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 70.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Just trucks through it. Slips through the line. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Set up for second and short after that completion. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Caught in the backfield, it's Watkins. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. He'll pull it on the read. Just ran him over. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Williams looking for a man. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, and that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal.
He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They want that clock to run. Plows through the defense. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
The give to the right. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Just complete and